Today is Sunday, the 17th, I think. Yeah, Sunday the 17th. And it's just around, can't be right. It's 12:20. We'll give you a rockster. Um, I really didn't do much. Put a new belt on my rider yesterday. Mowed the yard. I got branches to cut up, move. Friday I just slept the day away. I literally slept almost all day and all night. So I really didn't get much done on Friday. Saturday, I spent half the day running around for the right belt for my rider. And it was like 88 degrees Saturday and got a nice suntan. And later on Saturday evening, came out and started weeding. I got some of my edge done, but I started weeding my garden and tying up my tomato plants, and spent maybe 15-20 minutes out here at the most, and I was drenched in sweat. So I said, forget it, I'm going back in. Hopefully when I come home today from work, I'm just gonna have to come out here when I get home from work, but I've got some other things I got to do, so it's gonna be a little time consuming. My only question is, I just gotta watch where I walk because I've got weeds all over the place and I don't want to step on. I'm gonna have to start pulling up my spices. I know I got some in here and they're buried. I'm gonna have to dig them out. I see some more. I'm just gonna have to start picking them and drying them for. Well, actually, my question to grow me something, mister. When's a good time to pick your spices, or you just pick as you need, and at the end of the year you dry them out? This thing makes me a little upset, but considering what I've got done, and I know it was my first year, so I know it was going to be a pain in my butt. I'm going to eventually, next spring when I plant, I'm either putting plastic down or landscaping paper down, netting, whatever, a lot of water through, but not the weeds up. I'll just cut holes in it to wherever I plant. I'm going to run strings to get my garden right. I will do this thing the right way next year. I just want to get my garden in good with, so I was hoping one for last year, couldn't get it, so, but yeah, I just got a shitload of weeds to take care of. And I gotta come over here and start taking care of my raspberries. There's a lot of them, looks like might be still good. I'm just gonna have to get in here this fall and cut them all up. Well, cut all this back, because next spring I want to be able to, well, next raspberry season I want to be able to just come in and pick raspberries. and be able to see them and not try to find them. So I'm gonna, and like I said, I want to expand it so every year it'll get a little bit bigger. Really didn't do nothing up over in this one area because it was so hot, and I'm just gonna have to slowly start. I talked to my neighbor, and considering that everybody that screwed us, well, screwed me on taking out this scrap for me, hasn't taken it out, I'm gonna more and less, him and I are gonna load it up in his truck Monday when I come home, run to the scrapyard and get rid of it. So hopefully on my next update it will be gone. But my trees that, one is still alive, but I'll be cutting this stuff down so I can mow easier. And cut up some of this other stuff. Hopefully I can have some nice weather so I can get out here and do some work, but I'm hearing we're supposed to be up in the 90s to the 100s this coming week. So don't think I'm gonna be doing much except for in the evenings. Well, wait. Generator, lights, gas. I can work late at night in the coolness of the night. Well, I work nights anyhow, so why don't I just keep doing it at the house? I just don't want to wake the neighbors, that's all. Courtesy. I haven't done anything with this pile yet. Well, I should say I more or less stopped. But that's because I haven't had any fires, as you guys can tell, because there ain't no fires on any of my videos updates lately. And part of, I'm going to put on some of clips of St. Nicholas visiting Catholic Church 100th anniversary. I'm going to hopefully get onto this soon. Actually, I'm hoping for sooner. Well, how should I put it? I'm probably looking at fall. I don't know why, but he loves her. He loves her. He loves it in there. I don't know if you can see him, but I'll make sure you can. Because I wouldn't mind getting at least a pool in and situated, but I can't do that until I can dig my plants up. Because I've got a few things I want to do. And I also want to say thank you to Grow Me Something Mister for the tomato seeds and the flowers for around my garden next year. I received those like on Tuesday or Wednesday. And you guys saw the update that I've got the floor in my bathroom done. I've got a refrigerator now. So I'm slowly getting up. I gotta work on this, but it's Sunday and it's the day I gotta go back to work. So hopefully next time too, this porch will be cleaned off, cleaned up. My grill will be back on the porch where it belongs. I'll have my chairs back up where I want them so I can sit out here nice and comfortably in the shade and have all my flags out. And anything else I need to update? I just love the scenery. I can sit on my front porch for hours. Matter of fact, I think I might do that after I'm done. I know. Oh, I got an LE sticker. It came. I know where it is from. So I got to get working on the shadow boxes. So my biggest problem is I got to try to find the right picture of the truck of Lazarus so that I can. Oh, we're going. I gotta get me a cup of coffee, and so that. Nice. So I can put it on the shadow box, etch it in, or sandblast it in. Considering I brought my sandblaster, well, I bought a small sandblaster. All I gotta do is get enough sand to last to do what I want to do. Yeah, my crater. There's my refrigerator. Let's see. Organic peppermint patty. That sounds good. Instead of coffee, I guess I'm having tea. But they said the ice maker doesn't work. Technically it works. I don't know if it doesn't pump water up or not, but I'll find out. I've got to run the water line to it and fix the water line and back. Gotta cut it, but he thinks he knows everything, but I'll get it fixed. And well, it only takes a few minutes. Let's go on mosey through. I'm slowly cleaning the house. My next project, and I'll show you guys. I might be able to do that during a week. If it's too hot outside, I can do it here. Well, it's a little dark, so I don't know if you can see it, but I'm going to have to get this wood out. Then there's, back in there is my top for my, I'm going to go, instead they had it clear out here and the sink was here. That's stupid because you want to shave over the sink. So I'm going to move the sink back over here underneath and then get that done. I've got to figure out why my dryer doesn't work. I've got that torn apart, well, partially torn apart. And oh, I see my toilet still leaks. It wasn't leaking, so let's shut it off. It leaks, then doesn't leak. Leaks, doesn't leak. Well, I know I've got to replace parts in it. I'm just, right now, it's not a good time for me to go buy stuff. Bills come first, house comes second. I come third. Well, actually, bills comes first, Rockster comes second. And, well, I should put it this way. Bills comes first, Rockster comes second, house and anything else comes third, fourth, and fifth. I'm just gonna sit in my chair, leave you guys have a nice little view of across the road. I think some people are gonna get mad at me because when I got another American flag going up, and I'm also gonna be hanging. Confederate flag. Most people think the Civil War was over slavery. Technically, it wasn't over slavery. It was part of it. History doesn't. They only want to teach what they should teach. Well, they don't teach what they should teach. They teach what they want to teach. So, it's the Civil War wasn't over slavery. Technically, it was part of it. It was more or less over the southern states didn't want the federal government to tell them what to do, what they could do and could not do. That's really what the Civil War was all about. The federal, they didn't want to be told what they were allowed to do and what they were not allowed to do. So they were going to become their own nation. But the North won, and we still got the South. Alrighty, everybody. That's enough for now. I appreciate it. I might add more, might not. So, you guys have a wonderful day. And if I don't, thanks for watching. Bye bye. I'm sorry, my phone went dead. The thing better still be running. Yep. Alright, thanks for watching. Bye bye.